It's time to ride in 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Come on, pull up a chair.
Welcome to the writer's room.
Of course. Welcome to the writer's room, everybody.
That's right.
I'm so glad to have you back. Yes. How you doing, everyone? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
I hope everybody's doing well.
Yes.
So, I haven't told Brayden I'm going to do this, but it is time again.
Oh, God. Another controversy?
Yeah, there's another controversy.
All right, go ahead.
Last week's controversy, he's leaving. He's so done.
No, I'm still here. I'm just bothered that I'm not in center frame.
Last week's controversy was me apologizing to anime lovers
apologizing to
across
anime
the
fans.
world. Anime makers.
World over. And anime makers. Okay.
In my listing of the animes that I have watched, I forgot to mention that I have seen One Punch Man.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like that's a disgrace to have not mentioned that. Of course, Season 3 has some rough animation. But, you know what? Actually, this is going to lead me into a different point. Because I keep seeing everybody yelling at the creative people, like the director and the animators. And I'm just like, why are they doing that? Because 9 times out of 10, it's the production companies, right? Because they're not giving enough time to get things done. So I feel like we should be yelling at, in this case, I believe it's Bandai Namco, the fuckers that made Pac-Man. So why don't we be grateful that we are getting this story, but I mean, the Garo sliding down the hill is really crazy. Like there's a scene where this dude is supposed to be walking down this hill, and it looks like a PNG is sliding down the hill because they didn't animate it.
Oh, seriously?
Seriously. And I'm just
I have heard that's a problem, but I've never actually watched an anime that does that. That's really funny, though.
I mean, it was laughable, I'll be honest. But that's not something I'm going to blame the animators on, because they have some great shots in there that are fantastic. So I think we need to change where we're pointing our aggression. But I back to my issues that I'm sorry I didn't mention that, and that takes care of the issues that I have caused, and hopefully it has made the community a better place.
We forgive you, Cole. We forgive you for that.
This is good.
I hope y'all enjoyed another controversial apology from Cole.
There'll be another one next week, I'm sure.
Probably.
Which we'll be recording in an hour.
No. They don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. Well, folks, we're back in the writer's room today.
True.
We're going to be going back into the beat sheet, I'm assuming. That is what we're doing.
That's what I have pulled up.
So that is what we're doing. Mm-hmm. We're going to be going back into the beat sheet and doing some more rewrites.
Correct. We have our kind of loose Cliff Note version kind of worked out, but we need to kind of put that into actual like beat sheet format that we've been doing, which is essentially the same thing but in more detail.
Yes. This is true.
Yes. I've just noticed something we have in parentheses. Bunch of cloaked figures, not KKK, come out of the shadows. That's good that we don't have. Although if we were to kill members of
KKK,
if we were to kill those members, I'm sure we would actually be fine. But I don't know. That actually, I'll be honest. The encounters with the KKK in Red Dead Redemption 2 were so funny because they died in just horrific ways. It was so funny. They would light themselves. True. They were just stupid. It was just, oh my gosh. Anyways, we need to start off by altering this montage, which essentially is changing every bullet point with Jeunet, and then adding the leader into there. Somehow.
Yes. And we wanted to make sure that we had it where Coyote comes in with the wolf. Because at the end of the Nightcrawler scene, the wolf saves the Coyote, brings him to headquarters. So we want to make sure that that is reflected in the beat sheet also.
Yes.
Yes. So let's find.
Yeah, I think it starts here. Except.
Correct.
We gotta delete this shit. The Coyote leaning on the wolf.
Yeah, you got it.
Stumbles into an important looking room. Council of Hunters seems to be awaiting him. This is incorrect. I shaved today. I've missed one singular hair on my mustache.
And it's bothering you?
It is bothering me.
I know the feeling. Think about it. Keep thinking about it. It's there, and it's like it's mixing with all the others, and it's like really bothering you. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Oh no, what's he doing? Yeah. Do it right here on the show. Right on the show. This is the part where like blood just spews out of your nostril.
I almost cut my finger. All right, I think it's gone. It's gone. Scissors for the win. Anyway,
and he's got it.
So, how would you like to play this? What I have highlighted right here.
Okay. Are we still doing the ritual part at this point?
That'll be after the prison part, I think, because we still need to have Jeunet's stuff thing.
Let's see where we last leave Jeunet. She is not saved by the wolf because the Coyote is.
Correct.
She
was never saved by the wolf. I think she makes it to Dallas and then passes out. I'm fairly confident she makes it to Dallas.
Yeah. They run off into the darkness and then out of the fog they made it to Dallas.
Yep.
So what's the in between from her running into Dallas safe and sound and getting to that point, or which not even that point, getting in the prison? What do you think happens in the interim? Who intercepts her?
Well, I think she makes it to the gate of the gates of Dallas.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. I imagine there's a wall.
Picturing it.
Keeping. I'm not going to say that actually. Keeping the monsters out. So I imagine she gets to the gate. They let her and the 2 kids in, and they shut the gate. And I think she passes. The original plan was that happens and she passes out right there. We just never got really to see that. And I think we originally started with her waking up. But because we're changing it, I almost want to see her be dragged to the cell unconscious.
Okay. So maybe it's like, let me see if I can. Jean stands outside the gates of Dallas HQ, looking. What's the word I want to use here? What are you saying? For?
I don't think this belongs here. I think it belongs.
You don't think it belongs?
I think it belongs above it because the coyote wouldn't and the wolf wouldn't make it to the gates before her.
Okay, sure. We'll just say like around here.
Yeah, and then she passes out, and then we'll go into the flashback. That'll be perfect because I like what you're saying.
Yeah. Looking desperate.
Damn. That's some good shit right there.
I'm happy for you. That's great.
Cocaine's great. Kids watching
in
at
coffee
home.
form.
Kids watching at home. There's no cocaine in that coffee, but there is liquid heroin. No.
I thought it looks like sugar when you like go into the kitchen. It just looks the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing. No, I got some French vanilla shit and I overindulged.
Okay, Jean makes it to the Dallas HQ looking desperate but woozy. She knocks a few times before passing out cold. The kids look scared. Then the gate opens. Boom. Flashback.
Maybe they try to carry her.
And then, yeah, we're going to cut here. Jean-Ye's unconscious body is dragged down the halls of HQ towards a dark and scary cellar. Or maybe not cellar, but dark and scary.
Should we go over the layout of this place?
Yeah, let's think about where. Okay, picture your audience in your head, a 3-story building. This is what HQ looks like.
Is it time to bring back paint?
Yes,
all
it
right.
might be.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's see it. Professional artist Cole Janes on the scene.
I misspelled paint 3 times. Hold on.
That's a great start.
Yeah.
All artists misspell paint. It's fine.
Okay. Hang on, I gotta share the screen. Okay. The Discord event thing is in the way. Hold on. Okay. So, audience, I know our faces are small. Bear with us for a minute.
We will fix that sometime.
So, we have our paint session.
I see it. I will trust the audience sees it too.
Yes. Let's focus on mostly the prison because we're going to be spending the most time in there. We're only going to see 2 or 3. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
I'm listening. No, I'm listening.
We're only going to see like 2 or 3 other rooms in the HQ. So I think we need to kind of just focus mostly on the prison. So it's like, well, here, let's do this. Let's do this. So this is rough kind of outline. We're not going to get into the details yet. So this is, let's say this is our prison.
Okay.
Corridor, maybe it's a stairwell. And then that leads... How do I... Hold on. Shit! Oh, no. Oh, no.
And he messes up immediately.
Dude, I can't scroll.
What do you mean you can't scroll?
Am I stupid?
Well, yes, but I don't know if that's your fault or the system's fault.
Wait. Ah, got it.
And there he goes.
Hold on. Okay. So maybe it's like this leads to like lobby / main entrance or other rooms, barracks, just like the main part of the building.
Sure. Hi, welcome to Monster Hunter HQ. Would you like to have a room with a fucking horrible monster that will eat you in your sleep? We have 3 rooms available.
Let's say.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm not done yet. Hold on.
No, I'm trusting the process.
I'm gonna say.
What about like training grounds, like for the monster hunters to like spar?
Yeah, well, so like when I say lobby, I mean like big, like main part of the building that goes maybe like barracks are this way, training grounds, all of that stuff. Maybe there's like a science-y area over this way.
Okay.
And like this room just connects the whole building to just everything. I think the prison's like in a basement setting, so we go down 1 floor.
Sure.
And
so
then
that's like bottom floor basement.
So then over here...
Okay.
Yeah, so then over here, I think this is like our execution... You know what? EXE.
Immediately does not want to commit to the whole word.
That's correct. So this is like our executioner room. Although I do think that should be up. Like maybe we have like a spiral staircase up to the second or third floor. Because I don't want that to be on the first floor, because I feel like prisoners would figure out a way to escape somehow. But plus, I like the idea of Jinye and the coyote diving out the second or third floor window and somehow getting out of that.
Okay.
So essentially, prison. We have our little staircase down into the prison. Those are stairs.
That's the staircase.
So then let's hold on.
Holding my horses?
What the fuck? Damn it! I'm having a hard time again. Hold on. Uh-oh. Okay. So we enhance this room. So we have corridor, and then the stairs are right here. And so then we have a door. Actually, hold on. I don't like that. We have a doorway right there. So what I've just drawn is kind of this area right here.
Mm-hmm.
So this contains 2 cell blocks, I think, of just like 2 holding cells almost, full of like more human prisoners.
Sure.
And then
I like the concept that it's almost like a labyrinth, and you have to kind of weave through this maze-like structure,
right,
of cells
Yeah. So, and this is the very end. So once we get here, this is where we'll have to do like Genya does her, Dark Night of the Soul and all that.
Yes.
So then I think it opens up. This is underground. So I think instead of having like wooden structure, I think we just have it be like metal bars with caves and whatnot. So I think we have this massive like cavity underground that is full of these staircases, and maybe it's like Hogwarts.
The stairs move.
I don't know. I'm kind of just throwing shit out there right now. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's part of the labyrinth, right? So you have these like catwalks, and it's like there's like cells. Like I think the only structure area is this kind of area here. I think this corridor is wooden, and then it opens up into these wooden catwalks in this like massive cavity underground.
Like a cavernous pit.
Yeah.
Like they kind of built their HQ next to a cave system, and they just keep all the prisoners in that cave.
Yeah, so this
area.
Yeah, essentially. So and maybe it's like we have the this is the abyss. Like it's just like a bottom. I mean, there's a bottom, but it looks bottomless. So you have this like square structure, or this square kind of, well, it's probably more circular. So if you imagine just like, it's more like imperfection cavity, but there's catwalks kind of going all along the edge. Maybe there's some going across, and they have to, I don't think they're at like the very like desolate bottom of the place, but they are certainly deep within somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the loose idea I had. And I could even see like maybe like they open the doors with like magic and shit, and it's like they do it from this control room or something. They just like can like see, like there's a dude who's just like watching the whole place. I might be getting too far out there with this, but I think that could be cool if they're using like a blood magic crystal to kind of control shit and like see shit. So there's like how the Urayuli leader was kind of the main villain of our first act. Our second act has its own kind of boss to defeat before we move on. And then Act 3 will have the wolf, essentially. Well, I guess it would be, spoiler warning for our own movie, Genya would be the Act 3 boss.
Yes, that's true. Also, I do think the wolf does play a big antagonistic role towards the end of this movie, especially right here at the midpoint where he does his big betrayal.
True.
But I think this is the prison, right? This is we're building them a prison.
Yeah.
I think their prison needs to have a warden. And I think what you're describing as this magical watcher, he's just the warden of the prison.
Yeah.
He's in charge of making everyone fall in line and obey the whatever rules they may have for these people. And so we just kind of make it look or act like a prison.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, I just wanted a way to get them to have to fight prisoners. Like he gets desperate enough to where he starts opening cells for them to have to deal with. Because maybe they kill a few of the guards, and so then it's just like, oh, shit, now what do I do? And they release some of like the psychotic monster / shoot. Because I'm not even saying like everybody in here's a monster. I could even see like some just actually insane human beings in here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the lore that we've been kind of playing with is that not all monsters, but a decent chunk of monsters are humans that have been transformed.
True.
So I mean, we see humans that are on the verge of turning. We see half human, half monsters, full-blooded monsters, like some of the worst that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about like mentally unstable people. But I think like these are monster hunters. They're focused on the monster stuff. So maybe like people in all like walks of the monster transformation process.
But okay, that's fair, but who's to say this is also where we're supposed to kind of show the HQ is terrible. So
you're saying that
if
like
we have humans that have been experimented on in some form or fashion and that's made them insane, I don't know how we would like visually present that, but like to just have both in there. And then that would mean our holding cells here and here are just regular, almost non-threatening humans. Maybe there's some like on the upper levels, there's some regular just hunters that have maybe they've done something that's just like, all right, go in the prison for like a few days and then come back out.
Yeah.
And then the deeper you go.
In that first section, there could be like people that know too much. True. And are like, okay, you're going to blow this whole operation. You're going to our little prison and you're going to stay there with the regular humans.
Mm-hmm.
And so really, this is the moment where the audience is going to be like, oh shit, these monster hunters are more than meets the eye. This is the big villain reveal, which we really wanted that to land really well at this midpoint. So, and this is the moment. Literally, I think it's when they walk into the prison and we see the scope of the travesty that they have put on this world. That's the light bulb moment. And so we need to make that land.
Maybe they can go into the warden's office essentially and see like documents of just like, oh, they've been experimenting on people and they've been doing a lot of stuff. Maybe that's a path we can take. I think either way, we're going to have them kill the warden. They'll leave, and then we'll have our dark as fuck moment here. And then that will bring us to stairs, which if we go back to here, so then they'll come out here, and they'll either just go this way, or they will run into the wolf and they will be taken up this way. And that's when our ritual starts. And then we'll have to redo like their escape again. And then we'll have to do a Jeunet recovery from the Dark Night of the Soul moment after they're out. And then we're good to go to the swamp, essentially, I think. I think that's right.
Can we not do the ritual before the prison section? I think just from like a logistical point, from like the monster hunter's perspective, they're like, all right, let's squeeze this new friend here and then send her down to the catacombs and leave her there. Because I think like essentially after we break out of prison, that's the most harrowing part of the escape. And then doing another escape on top of that from this, like, from ritual and do another escape from the monster hunters at large is like, well, we're kind of just essentially rehashing a lot of the same moments that we just did in this prison break sequence. So it's like, if we get out of prison, let them just run out the front door at that point, and then the monster hunters can see them and are like, okay, we have to track after these folks. And the wolf is gonna be like, I'm on it. And he's gonna boom.
Yeah. I just don't want to make the ritual seem like it's like puny.
No, absolutely not.
So I guess what we could do is they do the ritual and then Jeunet is just knocked out for a few days. Like they're just in the cell.
Yeah,
they're just in prison for a few days maybe. And the coyote, he's conscious still, so he would be just sitting there for however long.
Mm-hmm.
And then so essentially, so then that would lead to they still get out. The coyote knows the layout of the place, so they would go towards the lobby. And then, I don't know, front doors like here or something maybe. And shit, I don't know. Maybe they blow some shit up in here to kind of create a distraction. I don't know, something to that effect. They
something
get
to
out,
slow them down so they can get out of here scot free, and then have the monsters follow them later.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So we have a loose plan. So we need to pivot a little bit. All right.
It's just a slight readjustment.
I'm gonna leave this pulled up, but I'm gonna stop sharing. Just so our faces can be seen again. But if we need to pull that back up, I'm going to have it just kind of on the side here. Because it's paint is the most important tool that we have.
Yeah. Hey, Microsoft Paint, sponsor the writer's room, because
we get
clearly in need
to help us out.
We're clearly in need of some greater help from you guys as far as the art department goes. We both go to art school and we can't draw on Microsoft Paint. But anyways, notwithstanding, let's get back into this beat sheet and write some of our new things down. Okay, so what I think needs to happen.
Yeah, this bullet needs to change already, because the first thing that needs to happen is the ritual. Which now we need to discuss what the ritual is, because I think we've changed it since the last time.
Into overly fancy grand room. I think because this is like the blood magicians kind of area, and I think they're almost like grandiose, and it's like, oh,
sure,
it's
okay.
Ooh.
So for our layout, the execution room, let's just pretend that doesn't exist for the time being, because I feel like that's going to be a separate area.
Okay.
But yes, I agree. I like this.
So then what next?
Sorry. I was okay. I
thought you had the look on your face for a second that you were going to continue talking. So I was like, okay.
I had a stroke. It's fine.
That's okay.
So,
all right, so we'll skip this coyote part and we'll come back to it. We're just going to kind of get this Jeunier stuff padded out.
I think. All right. Just hear me out for a second. They have her in this room. Maybe there's a, devil star. What is that? The Satan star. The pentagram.
Star.
Yeah. She's in the middle of that. Maybe they put one of their hands over her face to like wake, and then her eyes shoot open. She's in pain from, whatever. I don't remember. It's something from the front. She was having the pain attack, I think. We need to figure out what this ritual does. So I think for this new thing, for now, I think it just harvests a shit ton of blood, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, what's the goal? What's the goal of this ritual? It's to... What are they trying to do with this blood?
Well, originally, we argued about this.
It was going to be a portal.
It was.
I remember. It was going to be a portal. And I said, no, save that shit for a sequel.
Well, right. That was the whole thing, is we're not going to get to what this does because we have too much shit going on. But I'm fine with it for now, harvesting blood, and then it turns into...
It's just that blood in this universe is the most powerful object. Yeah. As far as the audience needs to know right now.
Yeah.
Blood and monster blood is the most powerful thing. So they need a shit ton of it to do Monster Hunter things and continue their greater plan of trying to conquer the world and things like that. So they're harvesting blood. What does that look like? What do you want it to look like? Do you want them to actually like bloodlet and like kind of do like almost like acupuncture needles and it's like spilling out? Or do they need to like magically draw it like osmosis through the skin? And like, or they need to like chop her up and then sew her back together and just like take the blood?
Okay.
There's ways to go.
I'm imagining just kind of like, I don't even know. Maybe it just I'm imagining an image where it's just like a fountain of blood kind of is spraying out. I don't think she's like cut or anything. They're able to just kind of get it, which is
I kind of think like this spooky like osmosis. They're able to just like grab blood through her skin and it's kind of like give me that.
Yeah, well,
and put it
like I think like the lights in the room just go dark. The entire room glows red as they do this, and they're like holding their hands out, or whatever. They're maybe they're saying devil shit, whatever. And so then she kind of maybe like floats in the air, almost like limp, but like she just can't move. Her like, I don't know, her like torso is facing towards the ceiling. Her head's like back a little bit. And she's probably shouting, screaming in pain, whatever.
What if, like, I don't know why I had this image in my head, but I just, like, picture one of these blood magicians, like, taking something like paint or chalk and just kind of, like, lining her limbs where, like, blood vessels would be. And being, like, prepping the area. And then when they do the ritual, like, blood kind of just, like, starts peeling off from those areas and up into the air as she begins to float.
I
like making it more visual,
yeah,
trippy, scary, instead of just having them like say stuff and then things happen. Like I think having them do these kind of like odd ritual things that really helps set the world and sets the texture. One thing,
yes,
not a pentagram, not satanic things, because they're not doing this for devil worship or anything. They're doing this for their own thing. So we just have to like come up with a vibe and symbols that in a sequel would later be explained for like their belief in a higher power, whatever it is.
I was shitting out my ass when I was talking about that.
We get the vision of like what's this gonna look like.
Yeah. I like that.
Sorry, Satan. This is not for you.
Yeah. Well, that's fair because
you have plenty of other people for you. This is not for you.
Well, they have their own gods, right? It's not Satan.
Right.
It's not a Christian god. It's their own god. That's
sorry, guys. I mean, y'all are in every other thing, so like, stay back.
I like that though. I think like they mark her up, we're getting like her wrists. Maybe like
they like
here because like it's near the heart and there's a bunch of stuff, veins and whatnot. And I think the veins glow red. But the way it comes out, I imagine, is we see it's almost like she's sweating blood before it kind of starts to just like slowly pour out.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start writing stuff.
Start writing stuff.
Do you want them to be cloaked still? Do you want them to be cloaked figures, not KKK?
I think so.
What do you want them?
I mean,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't do that. I mean,
we'll just keep that for now. And if we come up with something, if they all just like show up butt ass naked.
Well, yeah.
That's a whole other vibe.
I mean, I think underneath these cloaks, they are kind of. It looks like they're like not like super like malnourished. Like you can see their bones. Okay, they're almost like ghouls, I guess. They're like super pale. Maybe some like skin is just like rotting a little bit. Like they don't look pretty.
Yeah. They do not. They don't look great. They don't look good. They're not handsome. They're not going to be competing for sexiest man alive.
Right.
1873.
And I think their eyes glow red as they're doing this too.
Okay.
So, but I really like this is the most mystical, scary, well, it's not the most scary, but it's the most mystical thing that we've seen. And it's clearly not good. Hence like her floating. Well, I like starting tied to a table. That might be fun.
Okay. So we're tying her to the table. I'm going to give it some flavor. Here's some of the parts of the ritual, I think. They're going to like outlines her veins in, I don't know if it's like paint or dust or chalk, some kind of like something.
I almost think like a black smudge, maybe.
Yeah, and like black smudge.
I mean that's. Yeah, because we don't want like more red or anything like that.
Yeah, wets her, or soaks her skin in water from
where?
From a rag. I don't know. It's just like something about like having her body or having her like outer layer of skin moist and having that kind of like help contribute to the exorcism of blood coming from her body. Just kind of like giving it some sort of like pseudoscience to like there's a method to the madness here.
I think making
these things for a reason.
Making this uncomfortable too is gonna help us.
Definitely. It's like there's close shots of them like kind of touching her skin with like the rags and this smudge stuff, and it's like very uncomfortable, to watch, but we're setting this up. Do you have a third thing that maybe they could kind of like do in the background or like intersperse into this montage?
I mean, I don't know. Outlines her veins. I don't think her veins would be. I don't think they draw her veins. I think they put like a symbol on her like wrists, and I think maybe it's like they trace the outline of her neck here, maybe, and then it's kind of just creating like gateways. So maybe it's like, it could be like lines, or it could be like.
Yeah, they're just kind of like doing little like circles or something in different parts of her body that blood will eventually shoot out from. Okay, cool.
I don't know. I wonder. Maybe they cut her hair or something. They like take a snippet of her hair for something. I mean, I could see that, but they're definitely like they're almost like well, almost. They are creeps essentially here.
Sure,
they're not doing it for like those reasons, but they're that's
almost cut all of her hair off, just like chop locks off.
Maybe I think I see it as more of like maybe it's like a sample to kind of like get them in tune with her and her body, like a DNA kind of thing.
Yeah,
maybe that because
like we have a free space to get to the brain to kind of connect with the body and then do all of this.
Right, because I already see her hair is kind of shorter because she's an assassin, so it may not even be shoulder length. In my mind, I don't know if we've decided on what she 100%.
I don't think we ever really.
Not really.
No, we didn't really say anything.
We know she's an assassin though, and I feel like that kind of works.
Okay. Anyways,
but
then cloaked dudes. Do we want them to even say anything? I guess they do kind of chant. Hold their hands out and chant. Slowly.
Yep.
Blood shoots out of Jeanne from the smudge circles.
Yeah.
Through her skin. Straight through her skin. And do we want it to coagulate into a prism still, or do we kind of just want it to collect?
I think for now, I think we need more time to decide what this blood is going to become. If we decide it becomes like a crystal that does something in a sequel, then we'll attach that to the end as a post credit kind of thing. But. Well, actually, I hate post-credit. It'll just be right at the end before the credits
start. To float 2.
Is she on the table still?
Yeah. And then
so
she
then
starts to float.
like the ropes maybe they like snap and she starts to float. Like the table shakes and everything. Or the room probably would shake.
The room, table, ropes.
Giving you so much shit to do.
The room, table shake, ropes, snap. She starts to float with her blood in the air.
Yeah.
I forgot to say that the ritual room, even though the characters don't know it as that, but we do as the writers. The ritual room goes dark. Shit glows red.
Right. I forgot about that detail as well. Okay. Yeah.
Shit
that's
glows
fair.
red. We get that. Okay. She's floating in the air with her body. Just before she dies, the coyote breaks in. That's not accurate anymore. Well, bam. She slams back to the table. I think she just like, after the ritual is done, she just go like...
There's one detail that we don't have yet.
What is that?
Where's the blood going?
I said it's just kind of like collecting into a bubble in the air.
That's what I thought too, but it's like once the ritual's done, is it just going to stay in the air?
Can they just like put it into a big ass glass or something?
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can just like, what would be actually smart is if there's a hunter in the corner and they're just like, they like wave for him to come over and just take her away. And then we just camera shots, just follow her instead of focusing on where this bubble goes.
Yeah. We'll just say that. We'll say that.
And then later on we can have it just in like small vials. Like they just have a bunch of
in the corner drags her off as cloaked dudes start to put blood into vials. That'll be like in the background as they drag her out.
Okay, fair. So then we need one more bullet.
A hunter is in the corner, not really paying attention.
That sounds funny to me. He's just like kicking dust.
he's just like his hat's down. He's like, all right, let's get this shit over with.
Yeah.
All right. Am I good? All right. And he gets up and like,
yeah. And so then that will lead us into her being drug off. So we need probably...
Yeah, it takes her straight to prison. Moments.
So
she gets drugged to the...
We do need one more bullet, though. No, we need 2 more bullets. Shit. So...
2 more bullets, people.
The coyote...
Bullet number 1!
I don't even know. How do I describe that? Because he's not running. No, leave that, because I'm actually going to use what you just deleted there as part of this.
Okay. Time out.
All right, timing out.
I have a suggestion for how this moment ends, but I want to hear what your current thought process is. Just like walk me through it verbally.
The coyote dips. They're in this council room, so he has to he can't run, but he's doing his best. And he goes through the door, and he's knocked out like with the butt of a gun from a hunter. Mm-hmm. And then our next bullet would be Xinye being thrown into the prison. And then the coyote is also thrown into that same prison. And that was my idea. What is your idea?
Instead of it's almost the same thing, but instead of having him run, there's a very brief moment where the wolf and the coyote are looking at each other and having this stare down. And the coyote goes to draw, but before he can even get his gun out, the wolf or someone is already hitting him over the back of the head and knocking him out.
Okay.
It's just like a quick motion of like,
I like that better.
He's about to turn and the hunters are like, nah, man, that ain't happening.
Okay, so you do that. Now...
Here's another bullet point after that for you.
Okay. Jean. Yay. Wait, it's one word. Jean is thrown into a cave cavity, and metal bars create a jail cell like room. There are 2 beds. There are 2 beds, and the door is slammed shut. Actually, probably use my bullet point to have the coyote also thrown in there.
Yeah.
Got a little. Hang on, I got some dirt on my monitor. Enjoy the close up of my hand. Is there a wiki hands? I know there's wiki feet.
Oh, jeez. We should start a wiki hand. You know, here's another entry for wiki hands. You like that? Is there anyone in the audience that's liking this right now? Here, I'll give you some wiggle action.
A very unfortunate image just popped into my head, but that's okay.
Don't want to know.
No, you don't.
Don't want to know.
No, you don't.
I don't.
And the door's slammed shut.
One has a lump in it already, and we can infer that is our friend the coyote. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. So there's only one more thing. That's going to change several bullet points that we need to add, and that is the HQ leader.
Correct. Okay.
And then at that point, we're good to start on the new stuff. And actually, that will essentially mean we're done with rewrites and we're back to just writing new stuff.
So you mean that we can almost finish with rewrites in this episode?
I think we are going to finish. We have time, to finish rewrites in this episode, which is crazy. We have done so much shit this time around.
That's so exciting, guys. That's a win. Mm-hmm. I think we should celebrate it as such. But we can't celebrate too early because we actually have to do this other. We have to actually do this stuff. So we want to add the leader into these moments.
The leader. What is all right? Well, I mean, let's talk about him. To me, he's like charismatic, and he comes across as like nice, but it's just like if he wanted to, which he does constantly, he will just kill anybody. And it's just like, but he always says it like, I don't know. I imagine he's just like, okay, kill him. It's almost like, the Homelander's kind of different, but I don't know.
I'm imagining him, the leader, almost like Commodus in the movie Gladiator. Just like this, like, not energetic, but a character that people kind of flock to in a way. But he ultimately just like tells other people what to do. Like he does, he's giving thumbs up, thumbs down on folks and being like, you do my bidding. But I don't think he's, as a character himself, I don't think he's going to get his hands dirty. Hardly ever. Maybe when push comes to shove in like a sequel, but in this movie, he's just
not in this movie. Chat. Yeah, in this movie, he's not going to get his hands dirty, but he definitely, I would say he has fun getting his hands dirty for sure. But I mean, I don't know, every real life and fiction, every cult leader I've ever seen or heard of, I've only seen fictitious cult leaders.
How many cults have you been in?
I don't think I can legally speak on that, but
well, I mean, they already know that we're in the writers' room cult, so that's okay. You can say that.
You know, we've already donated our
blood. Which,
by the
way, guys, we have another ritual doing on Thanksgiving Day, so I hope to see y'all there.
Send us your thumbs. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep your thumbs on.
You're giving them a gateway.
I know.
Okay.
This is my controversy. This is the next one I have to apologize for.
So guys, I received your thumbs. I don't know what to do with them now.
I think, you know what? I think the leader shows up late.
Like in the middle of this scene?
Because we're going back and forth between Council and Jeunie and what's going on with her. I think in one of the Coyotes, like second or third bullet point, he shows up, and we have a
kind of like that.
We have maybe see that's the problem is we're doing a montage, so it's hard to have a conversation. But he likes to talk. Like that's his whole thing. He's a cult leader, so he likes to go on these tirades. I don't know. This is kind of where you're going to be better suited to than a lot of your style of writing, I think.
What?
No, I don't know. What?
I'm genuinely curious what you mean by that, because I don't
no,
know
I'm just like we're doing kind of complex scenes, and we're doing this montage Godfather thing was your idea, so we're kind of playing with
my idea. Well, I think once we get to when the leader shows up, and maybe that's when she starts to float and starts experiencing this kind of like indescribable pain, is when we start doing like J cuts and L cuts. So for all my novice film fans out there, all my beginning writer people out there, J cuts is when in the editing timeline of the movie it literally looks like a J. So the soundtrack or the sounds will continue from one shot even when we cut to another. So basically, when we're seeing Jeunie doing all this like pain stuff, we're still hearing the leader talking, and then we're going to cut back to him continuing his conversation. So that's kind of how we're going to do when the leader shows up. I think before then we do like standard montage, the contrasting sounds of the ritual and the contrasting like calmness order of the wolf and the coyote doing like business dealings, and then we cut to like horrific like ritual stuff. But then when the leader shows up, dynamic shifts. And we kind of like just stay on the audio of that while still cutting. It's just visually seeing Jeunie doing all of her horrific things. I think having like a sustained monologue like that not only is like stylistically interesting, but I think gives the leader an immediate like sense of power. Yeah. Because he's commanding the room he's in, but he's also commanding the film. As soon as he's into frame, he has all the sound in the world. No white noise, no music. It's just his voice. And that, I think, will send an immediate effect to our audience. Like, this guy is the real deal. So, yeah, we just got to figure out what he said. And we got to figure out when he comes in.
Well, I forgot that we were doing a Godfather montage. I completely forgot that was our thing. So now it's clicking again. I'm like, oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah, right. But I think in this instance, it kind of shifts a little bit because we don't really start doing J cuts until the leader shows up, now that he is coming into this scene, which I think works better. But we got to figure out when he comes. So you said about like halfway through, about like 2 or 3 beats of the coyote doing stuff, and then the leader walks in.
Check out, so you see what I've highlighted? Check out this bullet point.
Yeah.
I think that
this is when the council kind of says, for the Spotify people that aren't maybe seeing the document, the part in this montage where the council basically outright says, we're doing evil things. The blood from Jeunie is going to help us do those evil things. So thank you guys. And the coyote's like, well, hold up now. That's not what I signed up for. Then the leader walks in then, or before they say it, or in the middle of when we're saying it?
I don't think the council says it. I think the council's like,
you want
good
the leader
job.
To say it.
Yeah, I do. Especially this quote we have here, which I'm going to read this out. That blood will be the ticket in unchecked power that will allow us to spread our ideology across seas and spread monsters and eradicate heretics. So I think that would be
dialogue,
something
that's the sentiment.
Yeah, I think that it sounds like something he would say. So I think we need to just alter that whole bullet. Have him.
Okay, so I'm thinking like we have that moment.
He like bursts into the room, maybe.
The doors swing open.
Yeah.
I have a moment in my head.
Sure.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna put this on another bullet point, and we kind of get this idea in a super dramatic monologue. He's gonna monologue. Then the door. Okay, but after the council gives their promotions and refuse to speak much further, then the doors swing open. The leader walks in, or maybe it's like they give them promotions, but don't look like they want to elaborate. I think the council's like too scared to give the wolf and coyote too much more information, and then the leader's going to show up and he's going to spill the beans.
Yeah.
He's going to walk in and sit down. Everyone looks too scared to say/do much more, but the leader tries to cut the tension. It's almost like he's gonna walk like the boss walking in, or the Devil Wears Prada when Meryl Streep's character walks in and she like commands the room, and she's gonna try to be like, "Here's what we're doing." But I think the leader is gonna show his charisma here. He's gonna walk in, he's gonna sit down, maybe a little bit shadowy, and everyone's gonna like freeze.
What do you think of this detail? The leader walks in, everyone bows their heads.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like every bit of that.
I think maybe even like they like keep their heads bowed, and he's like, "Oh, come on, like, pick your heads up. Y'all are in the middle of a meeting. Don't stop for me."
Yeah.
And they're just not going to say anything, and he's gonna kind of be like, "Huh?"
We want to like him. Like we want our audience to be like, "Oh, this is the greatest dude ever." But then we realize, he's no, he's not.
Super charming. And then immediately he's going to start playing some like horrific propaganda, heretical shit right here.
Yeah.
But he's going to say it with a smile on his face. So I think that kind of like, okay. And the only thing I want to add now, okay, we're going to cut this.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Coyote doesn't move. The wolf looks to the leader, who gives a slight nod. You know what to do to impress me. And so that is going to be like the wolf is going to hit him over the head.
Okay.
Because the leader
that makes
basically
sense.
told him as much.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
So that covers
grimaces. I did say the detail. Yeah.
I think we've done the rewrite. We are done with the rewrites.
Boom.
Of course, we
did it.
Hopefully, we won't just. Yeah. You're right. Don't even say that. Yeah.
We started this rewrite journey about halfway through September. It is about half, and we have finally caught back up. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
It was a bit of an undertaking, and there were some doubts. Maybe there were some more fights, perhaps. Which that's pretty true. But we did it.
We did it.
We did it. We did it. And that doesn't mean that y'all can't either.
There's a relief, like,
I mean, if I feel so good. I feel so great. And if we can do it, y'all can too. So don't ever be afraid to just like pick it up, and if there's something that you're not happy with, just go ahead and redo it. There's no shame in it. I think we've proven over these past 2 months there is no shame in questioning a direction and pivoting. So
and to those of you that still consider this new shit as rewrites, no, we have deleted what we had before, and we are adding more. That is, so it's not a rewrite. It's more new. So what Brayden said.
There we go.
On that note, we hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. We are so excited to be kind of moving along with Ouroboros, and leave a comment, leave like, dislike, do the things. Tell us why on either one.
That's the rule.
And
if you find yourself searching for the writer's room and you can't find us, why don't you just go ahead while you're on this, hit the subscribe button. That's going to be so much easier for you to find our next videos. And if you just somehow forget in your little brain, in your little weasel brain, that we upload every Saturday on YouTube, every Sunday on Spotify, hit that notification button so you can be informed of the next video that pops up. In the description of this video and some of the other ones, we have a Google form for all of the writer fans out there that want to pull up a chair and join us in a guest episode. We would love to have you. Go ahead and find the Google form in the description, fill it out with some basic information so we can get in contact with you, and we will try our best to make that happen.
That's right. Check out our social medias. I don't remember if you said that, but I'm sure you did. But check out our social medias. Instagram,
boom. TikTok, boom. Other podcast sources, boom. We're all on all of them.
That's right.
And I don't want to spill the beans, but all our SCAD buddies will know. And if you're not a SCAD buddy, that's okay, because this is technically the first episode we filmed where we're on our extended winter break. So I hope, now we don't know this, but I hope that y'all can expect some more solo episodes from both of us, some more fun experimentations, and obviously continuing this podcast.
That's right.
Doing more fun things. We have the time.
Yes.
Once again, we have the time.
Yes. I have something up my sleeve that I'm going to try and work on. I've got a thing, but yes. All right.
Yes.
See y'all next
Thank you so much.
Week on Saturday.
See you, buddies. Bye.